Hi everyone, this is Lucy from Succeed Now. So today's video is going to be all about fears and a simple technique that you can use to begin overcoming your fears. So just so you know, this technique has helped me to overcome my fear of driving. So going back a few years, I couldn't drive alone. I found it really scary being behind the wheel of a car. I was afraid of basically other people's driving. I didn't trust other people's driving, and I thought that they would cause an accident that I would be involved in. So that was my big fear. So using this technique, I can now drive anywhere. I can drive alone, with people in the car, to new places, absolutely anywhere with anyone. So I've come on a huge amount just from this simple technique. So to start with, write down all the fears that you have. So just take a few minutes, pause the video, get a notebook and pen or a piece of paper, and just write down every single fear you have. No matter how big or small it might seem, just write them all down. So once you've done that, like I said, if you need a bit more time, just pause the video, take as long as you need. It can be anything from you have a fear of maybe social situations, public transport, parties, drinking, whatever it may be. So just write down every single fear that you can think of. And then the next one is to set a goal to face these fears. So those of you that know me know that I love a good goal. I'm always writing down my goals and make a goal for absolutely everything, especially mindset related. So the next one is to make a goal to schedule a time to face these fears. So for example, with my driving, I went out every Monday at 4 o'clock. And I stuck to that because every Monday 4 o'clock, it was my routine, it was habit, and it was set in place. So once I've got that time and that day scheduled, it's a lot easier to follow through with it. So set yourself a time, a day that you are going to face your fear. And then once you go to face the fear, so I've actually got a grid template that I will link in the description that you can use for this. But then you're going to record your feelings, so the fear of the feeling of fear before the event. So how scared are you before? So for me, this started as a 10 out of 10. I was petrified, I was crying, I was shaking, I was sweaty, my heart was racing, I felt sick. So severe fear I felt before I went out to drive. So how are you feeling before? And then obviously if yours is driving, don't be recording your during fear during driving. So when you get home, reflect on how you felt during. Was it as bad as you thought? Did you continue the sweaty, the shaking, the sickness? How did you feel during? And then after, how do you feel now? Now that you're back home, you know that you've done it, you're safe, nothing happened. How do you feel? So that's the first step. And then the next step is the comments section. So there's comment section for you to write any other comments. So for example, funnily enough, on one of my drives, another car nearly caused an accident with me involved. So obviously my during and after was still relatively high, and in the comments I just wrote that so that I knew when I was looking back that's why that my fear didn't actually reduce during and after. So you will find that over time, like I said, mine started with 10 out of 10 before. It wasn't 10 out of 10 during or after. It had gone down to sort of a 6 or 7, still relatively high, but had reduced considerably. And then by 6 weeks, it was 0 before, during and after. So over time, you'll see that it is okay, that it is safe, that you can do it, and that there is actually nothing to be fearful of. So I hope this technique helps. Let me know in the comments or the Facebook community if you're over there, what your fears are, what you faced, and how you feel now. So the Facebook community is Personal Development Succeed Now. If you would like to join us, it's a really interactive, really engaging community full of people on the same journey as you. So I will see you over there, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a future video. So